Morning coffee, morning birds, morning lizards, morning bees. On trust with the body. Probably one of the last posts in that kind of section. I'm sort of moving away from that, but the body only heals. Have to start there, have to own that. Every response, from a callus to a tumor, from a fever to cooling off, from a hot flash to tight musculature to diarrhea to muscle growth to bone growth to tears of joy to tears of sadness. The body only heals. It doesn't just survive, it heals for you. It needs you to trust it so that your understanding between the two of you then guides the changes that you're going to make. If you do not trust it and what it is doing for you, your every change based on that understanding is going to be to mute the trust, divide the trust, get in the way of the trust, continue to build up distrust. And this is where it's dangerous from a standpoint of danger in, is it dangerous to flirt with somebody or have an affair continually over and over, or live in a way that would create distrust in your relationship? Is that dangerous? Of course it is. How well would that connection go between the two of you if neither one of you had any trust in the other? What would meals be like? How would you be digesting the food? Would you ever be hungry? Would you ever sleep peacefully next to that person? Could you ever understand where they're going, why they're going, what the everything would just be scripted, titled, conversations with triggers and bodies just responding perfectly, but then us blaming our bodies. And just imagine the deepest relationship you ever had if it had no trust in it. Well, even deeper than the deepest relationship you've ever had, whether that's been romantically or with an animal of some kind, or with a family member, or a fleeting connection in another country where you just had a cup of coffee or a gazing glance, that was the deepest thing. It's got to be you with you. And the way you build that trust is to look at what your body is providing as proof for those times that become very hard to trust it. It takes work, it takes consistency, it takes effort, it takes support, it takes challenging your version of this, not anybody else's responsibility. And as that trust builds, it prepares you to trust it again for the next environmental or the next experience or the next adventure or the next sensation or the next challenge or the next accident or the next thing you asked for. And so that's the thing. Every time we take a supplement, every time we take an herb, every time we're sitting in the light, every time we take a medication, every time we go do a test or a scan, I just want to do a test. Why? I just want to see what's going on, because you don't trust what your body's doing. And every time that action, that gesture, because it's not what you talk about, it's what you actually take action on that you believe in, and that's going to continue to drive the repetitive nature between you and you. Is it driving actions of trust or distrust? Every single action in medicine is around distrust. Every single one. And so if you're in an environment where you're going to choose that, like, you know what, dude, body, I totally understand you're back behind me. I get this whole thing. I trust you. I'm still going to choose the surgery. I'm still going to choose the treatment, or I'm still going to choose the herb, or I'm still going to choose the medication or the body work or the training program or all that. When would that occur? Usually in pro sports or something like that, or in a crunch where we got something really big coming up. It's a once in a lifetime thing. I got to break the rules here. Body, I'm so sorry. Then you've got a communication between you, and you're going to have to do a massive load of work knowing that, hey, I know I'm breaking every rule in healing right now. Body, I'm sorry, but I got to do this because I got to provide for my family. I got to do this because we have this event coming up. And then when the body comes back and gives you more opportunity to trust it later from those actions, you go, of course I responded this way. Of course I have swelling. Of course there's a growth there. Of course my skin responded this way. Of course I tore my Achilles. Of course I tore this. Instead of, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. Oh my God, how does this happen to us? Oh my God. No, then it just makes sense. You're not sitting in this conflicting relationship that you don't have any idea where you stand. And have you been in those? Of course, we can all relate. Either you were the one creating the environment of uncertainty and just everyone's on eggshells, or you were the one feeling that. So every time you do something outside of there, which is every solution in therapy and treatment and fix and cure and remedy and prevention in all of medicine, you are building up this distrust. And one more quick point I want to make. The body only looks like it goes out of control and it's just fucking freaking the hell out when you try to control it. You see this all the time. Take injuries. Take a basic ankle sprain or an ankle something. Every time you go in and try to control the healing response of the body instead of going into what it wants you to see, you will get flashes of feeling good. You'll get moments of, okay, it worked. And then all of a sudden, body needs you to focus, needs you to change, needs you to understand certain things before you make these changes. And it aggravates, destabilizes the ankle, and then it runs up to the knee, and then both knees, and then the other ankle, and then both hips, and then spine. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Why? This is out of control. We see it all the time with immune stuff or neurodegenerative or mental stuff. They'll go in, you try to control it, body comes back with more symptoms in other systems so that you start to get this understanding and start to get an understanding of yourself, because it's not going to stop. It will never stop until you just leave. And then all of a sudden, it's just spiraling out of control, where it was skin, now it's digestive, now it's neural, now it's heart, now it's brain, now it's musculoskeletal, now it's joint, now it's energy, now it's sleep. Oh my God, it's out of control. It only gets out of control, appears to look out of control when you control it. When you try to manipulate and control it is when it gives you and provides you with more healing responses to your actions. So it's not out of control. Ever is it out of control. Even take just the most horrific thing you've ever witnessed. Total sense when you start from this place of everything that thing is doing is to provide healing for that person to see what they can go into their life at any moment in time, to stay here, to figure this thing out and experience more. It's actually kind of beautiful. But the rest of the world, oh my God, it needs to be, oh, fucking cut this, burn this. Oh, look at how, it's so perfect with your body needing you to trust it, and then you challenging it and trusting that it's going to respond. It's a two-way street. It's trusting that you're going to challenge it. It's trusting you're going to keep support it, and you're going to put it, give it things that it can create with. Just like an artist needs tools and needs colors and needs apparatus and needs all these things to be able to create, the body is trusting that you're going to do that for it, and you're going to trust that it's going to do this without fail. And it's this beautiful back and forth symbiotic relationship of trust. And you got to see, are your actions that you're taking around your life in your day-to-day, just take a tally and just look at all the things that you got in your cupboards and all the things that you got and all the people that are in your bed and all the people that are in your phone and all the vacations you take and all the actions you take. Are they around building trust with you? Are you providing something that the body needs you to build that trust, that it's counting on you to challenge it, it's counting on you to prepare it, it's counting on you to facilitate it, nourish it, and support it, and hold it, and be patient with it, and be gentle with it, and love it. And then you on the flip side are going to go, my body's got me. Because our energy in healing and understanding healing becomes a whole lot more vast when it's not being spent on this fear and distrust between ourselves. And then when that opens up, now it's, holy shit, I got so much I can offer into these other areas of our lives that we need to go into. Now that we have this understanding, oh, the change becomes very obvious and very clear. Is it instantaneous? Rarely, but you're going to be living anyway, since it's the entirety of your life. So what the hell else are you going to do? So trust, mega most important thing we've got going on here. And then if you just look at every form of medicine, it's all just sitting here driving a wedge between the trust you have with you and your body. The story sounds all eloquent and everyone's telling it in these beautiful ways and all this, but Jesus, every time you just look at, so what's your solution? Shock conflict, patterns and trauma and this. Like, all right, go with it. Go that route. That's the thing. Go all in. You just prove to yourself over and over, oh, this doesn't work. Exactly. It never worked. Move on. Beautiful. What a beautiful experience. You're equipped to taste all these medicines. That's the beautiful part. You can go try them all. You can go get certified, go get licensed in them even. If you think you're going to save yourself in a profession, go do it. Your body's going to sit there and tell you the truth. And then at some point you're going to be like, this doesn't work. This doesn't make any bit of sense. Boom. There it is. Think of how trusting that would be, that experience that you got to go through with yourself. All right. Got to get ready for a Zoom. Rose petals, strawberries, bananas, and crickets. Got crickets for my little buddy. He was sitting on my chair yesterday. You see where he is. Boom.